Alright, good morning everybody. It's your boy Akeem and welcome to this vlog. Finally gonna kick things off with my college football previews for the 2017 season. Now I promise you guys I will do at least every team from the Power 5 conferences. For this vlog, I'm going to start off with the Big Ten champion, the Penn State Nittany Lions. They had a big season in 2016, very surprising, in which they capped off the year with a close defeat in the Rose Bowl, 52-49 to the USC Trojans, actually ending their season with an 11-3 record. They're looking to win a consecutive Big Ten championship. Very surprising year last season, and they were led by running back Saquon Barkley, who had just over 1,900 yards of total offense, and he is one of the top prospects for the 2018 NFL Draft. A spectacular athlete. Particularly, I love most about him is his cutback ability, and he works well with his feet. Those are great things. That's a great thing that I do love about him. Now let's not downsize the quarterback Trace McSorley. He had a big season as well with over 3,600 yards passing, 29 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. But this is going to be a tough break for the receiving corps. They have to play without their top receiver in Chris Godwin, who had just under 1,000 yards last season. But they still had the return of the remaining top targets from last season in Deshaun Hamilton. And they also have a great tight end in Mike Gesicki, who had just under 900 yards receiving. He should be on the watch list for the Mackey Award winner for 2017. Now, a couple of receivers who I'm looking forward to stepping up this season is Saeed Blacknell, who had a great game in the Big Ten Championship. He did not play in the Rose Bowl due to its suspension. And another young player that I am looking at is Jawan Johnson. I think he can step it up as well, or possibly DeAndre Tompkins, but mainly Blacknell and Johnson are the two guys I am looking at for this upcoming season to help complement Deshaun Hamilton. Now, if you look at the offensive line, they do have some key players returning that I do like. They have both tackles returning, as well as they have Ryan Bates and Stephen Gonzalez in the inside guards, and Connor McGurven for the center. But one player I am having my hopes on is incoming redshirt freshman in Michael Manette. He was actually one of the top recruits coming out of high school. Decided to choose Penn State over teams including the Alabama Crimson Tide, which is one of the top schools in the nation. And then it decided to play for the Nittany Lions. He is going to be upcoming as a redshirt freshman. I think he could possibly start for week 1 of the season as well. Now let's head over on the defensive unit, and they actually had a couple of great new upcoming defensive coordinators this past season, and Brett Pry as well as Tim Banks. They did a great job orchestrating and helping the team registered 40 sacks last season, but they are going to have to play without their top defensive ends in Evan Swan as well as Garrett Sickles. So Torrance Brown and Sharif Miller is going to have to step it up. They actually are projected to work on both ends for this season, but they do have the return of interior lineman and Curtis Cawthorn as well as Parker Cawthorn. I think there's a couple of good defensive tackles to possibly become all Big Ten honors at the end of the season. Headed over to the linebacking core, they're going to be led by Jason Kambenda. He's actually going to be voted as a team captain this season. He actually missed out in 5 games last season, so hopefully he could lead the team in tackles. Leading the team in tackles last season was Marcus Allen, the hard-hitting safety. He's looking to try to duplicate his numbers, but he's going to have to receive some good supporting cast from Harvey Grant and Christian Campbell. They're both seniors as well. Now, going back to the linebacking core, I forgot to mention Manny Bowman. He's actually He's actually a good outside linebacker that I am looking at this upcoming season as well to have a good breakthrough season. Now, I do like this offense a lot. Going back to the offensive unit, one thing that they do need to work on, they need to do a better job converting on 3rd down. Now, Saquon Barkley was actually one of the top home run threats in the nation last season, in which he had 27 rushes of at least 15 yards on those rushes. And that shows great home running ability where he could deliver the big play. But on 3rd down conversions, when driving the football down the field, they only converted 35%, which is not bad, but I think they should try to aim for 50% just to be more competitive in these games. They had a lot of close games last season in which they actually had to give some second half heroics from different players in order to cap off victories, close victories, including including a big win 24-21 against the Ohio State Buckeyes, who's looking to avenge this last season's loss. Now defensively, I hope they still do a good job as far as the interior linemen as well as the defensive line and getting to the quarterback and being disruptive. 40 sacks is a lot for the 36th ranked defense last season, and I hope that Pride and Banks still work well in both of their second seasons as the co-defensive coordinators. Now going back to the offense, their coordinator is Joe Moorhead, who's actually his first year last season as well. He actually came from Fordham, which is a lower division of college, and he actually just came up as a defensive coordinator under head coach James Franklin. Franklin's actually helping this Nittany Lion team regain that big national national presence because of what happened during the Jerry Sandusky case and Joe Paterno. It looks like James Franklin's headed this team on the right direction, giving them the Big Ten championship. Now let's take a look at the schedule. This is going to be a tough year. Another tough year for them. It's really going to be a race for the East Division between, once again, the Ohio State Buckeyes and Penn State. But if you take a look at the schedule, the first game is September 2nd against Akron. They should win that matchup. Last season, they actually lost their college football playoff hopes at the end of September, which they did register 2 losses. Their second game was against Pittsburgh, and I think this is going to be a revenge game because they did lose to the Panthers last season in the month of September. September 16th against Georgia State, that should be a win. They crushed Iowa last season. This season they're going to be playing at Iowa. That can be an upset alert, but I think they're going to pull off the victory in that matchup. September 30th against Indiana, I do have Penn State winning this one. This is another upset alert on October 2nd at Northwestern. That Wildcat team can pull off some upsets. It's actually a good disciplined team headed by Coach Pat Fitzgerald. On October 21st, they're going to be playing against Michigan. They got crushed by Michigan last season, but this year this Michigan Wolverine team is very young, and I think that the Nittany Lions will take advantage and avenge last season's loss to them. This is going to be the key for the East Division this upcoming season. October 28th, the day before my birthday, at Ohio State, at Columbus. Hostile environment, and the Buckeyes are eyeing on this game to avenge last season's loss. November 4th at Michigan State. This is a team who's looking to rebuild, so they should pull off the victory. November the 11th, hosting Rutgers, they should win, as well as November 18th against Nebraska, they should win. And then their final game of the regular season is on November 25th at Maryland. They should get that victory. So going back to the Ohio State game, that is going to be the key. I think the winner of that game will at least pull off the tiebreaker to represent the East Division. And unfortunately, I think the Buckeyes are going to get that win back and pull off a victory. I really believe that Penn State will have one loss going towards looking at their record with just one defeat, keeping their college football playoff chances alive. There could be possibly 2 teams representing from the Big Ten to make it to the college football playoff come towards the end of the season, but we will see. Let's not forget about the ACC and the SEC. Those are competitive leagues as well. So I had the Penn State Nittany Lions going 11-1 overall in their regular season. So that's just my prediction for that one. Now, the next time I'm actually going to catch you guys will be later on today. I'm going to give you another blog in the Big Ten Conference. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.